Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about this figure right here, which is Ironman Mark VII. This is a Marvel Studios first 10-year Marvel Legends figure from Hasbro. And this is a cinematic universe figure. But first, what I'm going to do is just show you that my collection includes so far the original Iron Man armor. This is the, I think, the 80th anniversary. This is a Silver Centurion. I got the War Machine figure with the accessories on. And I do have this one. This is a Bandai SH Figuarts cinematic Iron Man figure. And I'll show that off in comparison to this Hasbro one that I got so we can take a look at those together. So let's open this up and take a closer look. But real quick, you can see they got, there it is, the Mark VII. You got Thor and Iron Man there. You got Iron Man on the back, Marvel Studios poster. And you got a little short blurb about when they hit the city of New York and they had to fight them off. So let's open this figure up and take a closer look. I do have this poster on my wall, and it's based on the Silver Age of comics, and this is kind of the Avengers that I think about when I think about the Avengers. And if you've seen some of my previous reviews, that's one of the reasons why I have that original version of Iron Man. I have the original version of Thor. I have the Hulk, and I'm still going to wait, and I'm looking for a Black Widow. I want to get this version of Spider-Man, and of course the Black Panther, and I want to get this version of Doctor Strange to wrap up that entire set. But let's take a look at these figures that I have. Okay, so this is the Mark VII armor. This is the one that I just opened. It's from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this is the one that takes place, that is built sometime after Iron Man 2 and Avengers, which is all the stuff that happens in New York. And I think this armor was pretty badly damaged when he was trying to fix the helicopter carrier or the turbines or whatever. But this is that armor. So let's just take a closer look at it. I mean, it does look pretty good. This is a Marvel Legends figure. It's part of the Cinematic Universe set of figures, and it is the Mark VII. So I think it looks pretty good. It's got like the red and gold, which to me are his more traditional colors. Now it does have that silver here on the legs, but that doesn't detract from the armor. And I think it looks really kind of good, right? And the cool thing is when he stands, I think it's proportioned really, really well. I really like the placement of this chest piece. Now here's one complaint that I have. This has got a little bit of something going on right here, like that color spot is coming up. But I can't complain too much because I didn't buy this like in a shop or order it from Hasbro. I got it in a secondhand store in the box. The box looks sealed, but you know, if it was sitting around or whatever, or if it ended up there because maybe there was some water damage in the store that caused it to end up in the hands of some sort of a second hand. But anyways, he does have really good range of motion right there on the elbow, and he does have really good range of motion on the knee. And the leg moves up, so it's got some good motion in here. He's got this upper body tilt, right, that goes back and forth. And the leg does have kind of this movement right here, which is really nice. And the feet have really good movement. And look at the head. The head does move back and forth and up and down. Not so much side to side, but that's going to be okay with me. So anyways, it does come with some accessories, which are another punching fist for this side and another open hand for this side. And the reason why they do this hand in this position is because they do give you these laser blasts that you could stick into the palm of the hand if you wanted to set him up like he was basically shooting a repulsor, right? And the cool thing about this is this piece right here is not heavily attached, so it doesn't really hinder his movement. It moves up, which is really cool because if you got him like in flight or something like that, it's going to get some good range of motion on that shoulder. Now, the other cool thing about this is you got these flaps on the back that pop up, right? So when he's flying around, and that is actually a really, really cool feature. So anyway, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to just kind of show them off. Now, I do happen to have one other cinematic figure, and this is the Mark 50. This is the one that I think when he jumped out of the window and he had those bracelets on, the suit would come and wrap around him. Now, this is not made by Hasbro. This is a SH Figuarts. I just happened to pick this one up also in an auction lot, so that's how I ended up getting it. And it's kind of cool because it's like super shiny and stuff like that. So it's got a really good look to it because of the shine. But I think if you look at these two, right, I feel like the head is way too small, considering that it's supposed to be somebody's head inside of a helmet. So I think this bigger like head kind of is nice because it gives you that opportunity to believe that maybe there's an actual person's head underneath that helmet. So what I'd like to do is just kind of set them up here and go side by side. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this guy right here so you can see him. And then I'm going to put my other cinematic figure right here so you can see those two next to each other. And what I want to do is bring up the classic armor. This is the classic Iron Man look. And then I'm going to bring up this armor, which is the Silver Centurion armor, and just kind of let you take a closer look at all of them like right next to each other. And then you can see, like, if you were a big comic book person between this Mark VII, which I think is one of the better armors for Iron Man in the movies, versus this classic armor, this I will have to say is probably still my favorite. And I did like the way this Silver Centurion looks, and I really like the idea of it. I mean, it really has that classic comic book look to it. I am glad that I have this, but I'm not too fond of this armor. It actually sits in the back on the shelf, so I'm just going to like put these three kind of right up here. And I'm going to show you these three armors. And then what I'm going to do is, because I feel like these two are the most comparable of the two, because this one is maybe paying homage to that 50th anniversary, is paying homage to that Silver Centurion. I'm going to show you the classic Iron Man versus this Mark VII armor. And if you had it out there and you were looking for an Iron Man figure, I'd say that these two are probably a couple of really good contenders for your collection. It just depends on how you're collecting. So here's the difference, right? I am going to have this Thor, because this is the Thor that I have, and I'm not going to mix and match him with the cinematic universe, right? But this Vision, I don't think I would pair him up with a comic book Iron Man either. So I think it's just going to depend on how you collect your figures. If you're more into the cinematic universe, I highly recommend this Mark VII. I think it looks fantastic. If you're more into the comic book, I would highly recommend that you go with this version of the Iron Man. The benefits to this one, if you want to check out my other review, is he's got the hands, he's got the Tony Stark head sculpt, and I think this is probably my favorite Iron Man figure of the bunch. But I really do like this figure. It looks really good. And if you're a fan of the movies, this is a fantastic figure. I mean, just look at that. It looks awesome. And you can't forget about these pieces on the back that just flare up. I mean, that is a really, really nice touch. So anyways, everybody, I hope you liked that review. It was really quick, showing off a couple of different Iron Mans. And let me know what you think in the comments. Which one would you put in your collection if you could have only one? All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Appreciate it.